The title of our new series is High Impact Church. Strange to have those words together, don't you think? High impact and church. Two ideas that don't really go together. What kind of church makes an impact? Today we live in a world where the church is right at the edge. No one hardly notices whether it's there or not. In fact, if the church disappeared, would anyone know? Indeed, would anybody care? And yet when we read about the church in the New Testament, in the Bible, it's an amazing story about how 120 people began to pray, and then God's power came. And they began to make such an incredible difference. After just a few weeks, they were causing a stir in a whole city. In fact, so great was the stir that the city leaders called an emergency council to try and discuss what was going on. Lives were being changed, situations were transformed, and God's power was being seen day after day. An incredible impact from just 120 people that started to pray and were filled with God's power. So what's the difference between now and then? I'm not sure really there's as much as sometimes we think there is. I don't know about you, but when I come to the stories of Acts, I sometimes want to dumb down their experience to make it kind of fit something that's more comfortable with what's happening today. But maybe there's another way to come to that story. To allow it to speak as it really was, for us to see God's power the way it really was being displayed. And to ask the question, if God did that then, why can't he do that now? They were ordinary people just like us. It was his power that made a difference. So what if his power came to our church? Could we cause a stir? Could we see lives changed and situations transformed? Could we make a difference in our neighbourhood, in our community? I think maybe we could. I'd love to invite you to join us week by week as we study the exciting story of the book of Acts. I'd invite you to be inspired and challenged, provoked maybe, to think about how God might want to move in power among us in our day. So 10:45 on a Sunday, come to the main entrance of Burlington. We'd love to welcome you there for our main celebration service and teaching. We're also going to follow the story of Acts in our small groups, and you'd be welcome to join us for one of those. Could Burlington become a high impact church? Well, the same God that breathed life into those early believers now 2,000 years ago is ready to breathe life into us. Come and join the story.